So Walker, make a roll d10 at your pursuit. 14. Did you roll a 1? Okay, so thank you very much for coming. This is the Elite Dangerous role-playing game, so we're going to be playing the play test. So this is very much a rules light version of the game. So there's in the actual game there's many sort of different actions, options, and obviously you get to create your own character from loads of different sort of background selections, and you get to choose all kinds of karma capabilities and natty equipment. But we're just going to be playing the kind of speedy playtest version, just so that people sort of get an idea of how it's played. Elite Dangerous, for those who don't know, is set in the 34th century. So it's a universe where space travel is becoming increasingly common. So lots of people have their own spacecraft. It's very common amongst sort of the galactic middle classes to have your own spaceship. And this has led to certain problems, especially with sort of piracy or kind of louts who think they can more or less get their own way by blowing up what they like and stealing what they can't afford. So in order to counter this, the police forces of the various interstellar factions are fairly well militarized. So in the large space stations that orbit many of the worlds in the Elite Dangerous galaxy, there are fleets of Viper spacecraft, and most police officers, they run patrols, they do crowd control, they look after the security of the station, they do more or less what sort of our police force might do. But there is the detective branch, a slightly separate group who obviously actively investigate crimes, whether they're old crimes or they're ones that have just cropped up. And this is the group that you're part of. You are all 4 detectives in the Acellus Primus star system. Now, Acellus Primus is an independent high-tech world, and it very much values its independence, and pretty much anyone can buy and sell what they like, but they have had a pretty serious drugs problem. So the narcotics department in Acellus Primus is quite large and quite well developed, and that is where you guys work. Now, each of you have your own character. So let me see. Brian, what character have you got?
I am playing Glenn. Not Glenn. I can't even talk. I'm playing Gwen Walker.
Gwen Walker, excellent. Yes, so she obviously she's an ex-army grunt who has become a little bit dissatisfied with the Federation because she didn't particularly like her assignments, trying to suppress the people of Iranin, who are another independent world. So you got to work for them. Good, that's right. Jamie! Jamie, who are you playing?
I'm playing Yenya Kurian.
Yenya Kurian, fantastic. Do you remember anything about Yenya from the previous description I gave?
I remember you said that she's an assassin.
She is. Well, she was an assassin and a corporate spy.
That's right.
For a company called Core Dynamics. She was eventually sacked because, not for anything that she did, because of a cost-cutting exercise that was done by the big brass right at the top. So she became rather embittered, but rather than working for another spying organisation, she thought she had put her skills to more sort of a practical social good, so she came to join the Acellus Primus Police Department, where she is basically an ace cop because she is an elite martial artist and generally as stealthy as a shadow.
Awesome.
Let's see, Joe, who are you playing?
I'm playing Ed Foster.
Ed Foster. Do you remember anything about Ed?
He is a ex-pilot.
He is, that's right.
That's about as far as I'm.
No, that's more or less all there is to say about him. So he's quite young. He was an ex-pilot, and however, his kind of initiative was so good they thought his skills were wasted in just space station defense. So he's been transferred over to the Acellus Primus Narcotics Division. So that's where you are now. This is kind of one of your first assignments for the group. And someone who you won't recognise because he works with me is John over here. Who are you playing, John?
I'm playing Gabriel Baxter.
Gabriel Baxter, you should know all about Gabriel.
He's an off-the-street ex-con turned goodie who then got himself medical qualifications, but because of his criminal record, he wasn't able to get a job as a doctor, so instead the Acellus Primus Police Department didn't seem to be too concerned over his criminal record, and they snapped him up, and he's been working for quite a while now. I think he is the oldest member of the group.
Yes, absolutely. Well, that's fantastic. I mean, we won't linger on background very long. We'll just sort of go straight into it. Okay. You come into work bleary-eyed and exhausted. You worked late last night trying to catch up on your caseloads, and you hadn't been asleep long before your comms went off with a message from the station. The captain wants you in, right now. You make your way into the brightly lit station, giving a curt nod to your partners as you go to the drinks dispenser for a caffeine shot. Armed with your coffee, you weave past the junior officers, bustling onto their street duties, and make your way into the captain's office. The sign on the door reads, Captain Maria Delgado, Narcotics. The entry sign is green above the door, so you go straight in. The captain herself stands by the back window, dressed in the formal black uniform of the department. She's gazing out into the night-lit street below, mostly quiet except for the starport workers who labour at all times of the day. Good morning, detectives, she says, at last turning to face you. A glimmer of excitement crosses her features as she moves to the display screen, swiping the image of a lightless space freighter onto the screen. About 13 minutes ago, a pilot passing through Ocellus Primus reported encountering an anomalous scanner reading. Upon investigation, he found this freighter, the Aurora, drifting through space without power. He logged his discovery with the police department and then made his way onwards. I want you to check out the ship, board her, carry out a full investigation, report your findings back to me. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
No.
Then get to it, she says. Everything is logged on to your navigation systems. Give me a report as soon as you have something to report.
I wanted to finish my coffee.
Okay, well, you make your way back out into the station. You have a couple of options here. If you like, you can go straight to your ships. Otherwise, if you like, at the moment, you're all equipped with your kind of you've got standard kind of pistols being issued to you. When you go on dangerous assignments, you're not sure whether this is a dangerous assignment or not. You can often go and get some heavier firepower from the station quartermaster. You could do that first if you like. Otherwise, if you think you're just good to go, you can make your way to your ships.
We'll need guns, just in case.
Would you like to make your way down and go and see Sergeant Nestor Sokolov is the chap who is in charge of the guns. He's in charge of the armoury. Do you want to make your way down there?
Yep.
Not meaning to lead you by the nose or anything.
No. We need
right.
guns.
Yes.
We need guns.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Okay.
That's right.
You make your way down into the armoury. It's a dimly lit area, mostly sort of with this kind of shielded front desk. Behind it, you can see Sergeant Nestor Sokolov, and he is a cyborg. So he's 3 of his limbs have been replaced because he's famously an unlucky chap who has been sort of lost many limbs in the line of duty. That's why he's more or less been assigned here. Not all of his cybernetic implants are particularly effective, but they are quite heavy and clunky. And he sort of clanks onto the desk and leans forward. So he goes, "Detectives," he says, "what are you doing in my neck of the woods?"
Guns, Sergeant.
Guns? He goes, "What kind of guns?" He says, "Haven't you got your sidearms already?"
We're boarding a ship.
"Oh, what kind of ship?"
Freighter.
"A freighter, eh? So why do you need guns to board this freighter?"
Just in case.
In case of what?
Pirates.
Pirates? Well, he goes, "What, has been taken over by pirates?"
Yes. Shut up.
Would you like to make a bluff skill check? roll D10. Now, if you look at your social skills, you will see bluff there.
Yep.
Add your skill bonus to the D10 roll.
Alrighty.
Get as high as you can,
Okay,
basically.
let's see. 5.
You're full of shit, he says, "Detective. There's no way. You don't know what's on that ship. I'm not going to release any guns to you."
There could be anything on that ship, that's why we need guns.
Oh, make a diplomacy check.
Ooh, talking to people does not appear to be my strong suit.
So Gwen is sort of more of an action kind of person.
That's 6.
6. No, Sergeant Nestor's not having any of it. Good. "No way, I'm not releasing any guns. I need because instructions from the captain if I'm going to release any heavy weapons. And let me guess, you don't have any of that, do you? Do you?"
Captain gave us this mission herself.
And she seemed quite excited by it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Would you make an intimidate check?
Who can intimidate the best?
I've got a +3 to
Ooh,
scaring
do that.
people.
Yes.
Oh.
Excellent.
All helps if I roll.
Oh.
13.
13. Okay.
Ooh, excellent.
Right then, you can see that Nestor is a little bit concerned. He doesn't sort of want to bring any of the kind of the senior brass down here. Fine, you can have this, he says. You'll have to sign it out. He kind of hands over a data slate to you as he goes to the back. You've got to put your thumbprint on it and it will sign it to you. So, Gwen, you've been assigned a submachine gun. He hands it over to you. It's a nice kind of a sleek silvery job. It's got 2 spare ammo clips on it.
Excellent.
Right, lovely. Okay, so you attach that to your gun belt. He goes, and that's it. That's all you're getting out of me. You can get out of here, detectives. This is my armory.
The
Stores are for storing.
It's a rude man, isn't he? What a rude man. Right, do you want to make your way out?
Be careful, new kid. You don't want to end up like that.
I've given everything to this force, says Nestor. He goes, you should be proud to have my years of service and my bionic enhancements. He says, now get out of here.
Bless him.
Yeah, I'll try and avoid it.
Right then, you make your way out of the armory with some glee, because Nestor is a very nice chap. You make your way down to the spaceport. At this point, you make your way over to your separate ships. You're all equipped with Viper Mark III spacecraft, which are sort of standard issue police vehicles. You hop inside your ships. Everyone is currently wearing a flight suit. Now, your flight suit is a pretty comfortable material. It'll protect you from a vacuum for a little bit, but it's not something that you'll want to be exposed to space for a very long time for. Another thing that everyone will put on is their rem lock, which is basically it's a bit like a bracelet you put over the top of your head. And if ever there's an explosive decompression, the rem lock extends bits that will cover over your soft tissue, so that that basically your eyeballs don't explode and all the air gets ripped from your lungs. So it'll look after you for a little bit, but it's only good for about 5-10 minutes. So if you're thinking of doing any deep space work, you want to put it on your spacesuits, which you've got in the back of the ship. So you get on board, and you can see that in the navigation system that the coordinates of the freighter have been put in. You hear the flight officer controller comes over. Detectives, you have been given a priority clearance. Permission to leave is granted.
Awesome. Let's get going.
Wait,
Drop
Okay.
out in front of everyone else.
Okay, you're going to quickly nip out here.
Yeah.
Okay, Gabriel is slightly in front. Do you want to just sort of slightly cut him up?
Yes.
Okay, well, in which case, because that's a non-stand-up manoeuvre, would you make a spaceship piloting roll? Normally, taking off and launching is very common and easy, but in this case, you're basically going to slightly brush past him. So the higher the better.
11.
11. No, it's a smooth manoeuvre. You don't even slightly clip him. You manoeuvre around, do a 360-degree barrel roll, go out the letterbox of the space station and zoom out. You can see there's a small cutaway to the flight controller shaking his head. He goes, what an asshole that guy is.
Young.
You all leave the station together. Now, to reach this point in deep space, it's about 200 light seconds away, which is hundreds of millions of miles. So you wouldn't normally just go there on thrusters. You have something called supercruise, which enables you to go several times the speed of light. And so you can set course and all link together to do that. If you like, you can go as one group. You can sort of wing up. So that way you connect all your flight control computers together. Or if you prefer, you can go separately. It's entirely up to you. There's advantages and disadvantages to both.
guys, I think we should stick together.
Yeah, let's wing up.
All right.
Okay, right. You link all your flight controls together. Okay, so you set course over towards your destination and set your throttles to full. With your engines computer linked, you engage the frame shift drive. The space around you seems to warp for a few minutes, and the gravitational force of your ship's accelerating engines push you firmly back into your seat. Then, just as the pressure begins to feel too much, it suddenly eases, and the weightlessness of space takes hold. Your craft is accelerating quickly. The nearby planet of Acellus 4, a beautiful deep blue gas giant with glittering silver rings, swoops by to your left. Despite this, you no longer feel like you're accelerating at all. A good thing too. the G-force would crush you flat at this acceleration. You've only been travelling towards your target for a minute when the shipboard communicator lights up. A distress call is coming through. Mayday, Mayday, this is Commander Ackerman. I'm a trader flying out of the Iranan system, and I'm under attack by pirates. I'm outnumbered 3-1 and need immediate assistance. Repeat, immediate assistance. You see the location of the distress signal wink up on your radar.
We need your help.
What do you reckon, guys?
Yeah, absolutely. We read you.
Who goes, who's that? Who's that? I go, I don't care who it is. Get here as soon as you can. That ship's falling apart.
We're on our way.
Okay, would you like to immediately change course?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you make your way over to the distress beacon. Now, what I'd like you to do, because you're trying to get there in a bit of a hurry, is to make a spaceship operations check. Now, you can either do this individually, or you can have just one person doing it for you. If one person is doing it, would you like to?
Yeah.
You're going to do it for them, yeah. So this is an important role, and I wouldn't want you to fail it. Would you make a check, roll a d10, add your spaceship operations skill?
8.
8. That's lovely. Okay, right, you all link in. You burst from supercruise into real space. The sudden weight of force from your engines pushing you back into your chairs. Before you is a scene of utter chaos. A small trading ship, an adder from the looks of it, is being mauled by 3 pale grey fighter spacecraft. 2 wedge-shaped sidewinders and a sleek and deadly eagle fighter, taking in turns to strafe past the burning adder and blast its hull with lasers. You have arrived just in time. The adder's hull is shot to pieces and its power plant is failing. If you're going to rescue the stricken Commander Ackerman, it has to be now.
I'm just going to make the normal police signal to the pirates. This is the Acellus Primus Police Department. Heave to and prepare to be scanned.
Right, you can see that the pirates break off from the drifting adder. It's crippled now, so it no longer presents a threat. You can see that sort of as a group they swoop round, and you get a comm through. It says, we go, all right, cops, you tell us where the ship is. Because tell us where the goddamn ship is. Because you got 2 seconds. Ah, screw it, you got none. You can see they immediately start opening fire.
That'll be a no then.
Battle begins. Right, if we slightly clear the middle of the table, then I shall get this enormously oversized battle map out. Now, which way round is this open? It's slightly stuck, is it?
It's sellotaped at this end.
It's a little funky sleeve that you pull out. By the way, just to let you
it's
guys
just a
know,
sleeve.
I've got some pictures done for the playtest by a chap called Kevin Massey, which
Right.
include things like the Type 7 ship. So if I whiz you across the link
That'd be awesome.
as you're doing your cut and you're listening to
we
all
get
of
them
that,
over.
then,
Yeah, if
then
you've
when he
got the big
mentions
versions of these as well, when we talk about the character,
Yeah.
that'll be
Absolutely.
brilliant.
yeah, no problem.
Cool. Okay.
If we get a picture of this,
Yeah.
as
I'll just
well.
invite you to a Dropbox folder, but have fun.
Awesome.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I can motion graphics it.
There we are. Nothing but high-tech things here. as you can
I've got
see.
the best ship
Right, so there's sort of command line.
Why is yours the best?
because it's black and it's got. It looks the best.
No, I disagree. Mine's faster.
I was going to say the yellow is the showy offer one.
Okay, so to describe what you are seeing here, because ships move extremely quickly in Elite Dangerous and they're constantly changing position, in the role-playing game we simplify this to sort of 2 areas. There is an at-distance zone and an up-close zone. Up close, you're really near each other and you're doing sort of World War II style kind of dogfights with one another. At a distance, you're at the very edge of weapons range.
Okay.
It's generally safer to be at distance, but people tend to end up close because they like to sort of zoom in and fire their guns with kind of a great rapidity. What I'd like you to do first is to roll your initiative. You'll probably see that your initiative score is up there. It should say initiative tactics.
Yeah.
Next to it, if you roll a d10, add your tactics score to it.
Oh yes.
So, Gwen, what did you get?
13.
That's very good. And Jamie?
I got 7.
7. Gabriel?
I got 9.
9. And Ed Foster?
I also got 7.
You got 7 as well. Lovely. Okay, so we'll just organise you. Ed or Yenya, who would like to go first? Do you have a particular preference? Well, we'll have you go first, Yenya. It's fine. Because you're both friends.
I was going to say, Ed would say ladies first, but then again, no, he wouldn't.
No, maybe not. No.
No, he wouldn't.
A chance to show off.
Okay.
So, Gwen, from a distance, you've got a couple of things you can do. First of all, you could flee, so you could think, no, I'm not going to fight them, I'm going to run away. You're probably not going to want to do that. You can joust. When you joust, you engage your engines full and you charge towards someone and you open up with all your guns on them. Or you can snipe. Now, snipe is where you cut your engines dead and you shoot at long distance. It's very accurate, but there's a big risk with sniping because your defense will drop to 0 because you're no longer moving. You're really, really easy to hit. In the full game, there are a number of other actions, but we won't complicate things with that for the moment. So what would you like to do? And who would you like to target?
That one looks the biggest and scariest, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to fly directly towards that, firing all my guns.
Excellent. A joust it is. Right, in which case you come swooping towards him. So what you will do, you'll see on your spaceship that you've got 4 weapons on your ship.
Excellent.
So choose a weapon to fire with. And if I could suggest, if you fire with your lasers first, lasers are better against shields, and sort of kinetic weapons like multi-cannons are very good against the hull. So generally speaking, if you have the choice and you're fighting an undamaged ship, open up with your lasers first.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that sounds good.
He has got a defense score of 12. So you have to roll a d10 and you add your bonus to hit.
Cool. So I need a 7 to equal
7 to
his
hit.
defence. I have missed.
That's a miss. So you can roll for your next gun. You have 4 guns. You get to fire them all when you're
Excellent.
jousting.
I'll try
because you're just going bah, 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 as you're zooming forwards.
I'll try the other laser,
Lovely, go for it.
which is also missed by
just a
1.
miss. Lovely. Would you like to open? Yeah, it's a curse gun.
And then the
Throw back
multi-cannon
hundreds of other identical dice.
has missed
It's a
as
miss.
well.
Oh, it's a glorious opening round from Gwen.
And finally,
Hey, a hit. Now,
15.
15. So you've hit 3 over. Now, with a multi-cannon, you can see that it inflicts a certain amount of damage. So with the medium, it's 15 plus burst. Now, for every point that you hit over, you do an extra 5 points of damage because this gun doesn't just fire once, it goes and it's kind of hammering away. However, the maximum bonus damage for that particular gun is 10. So because you've scored 3 over, you do the maximum extra damage. So in total, that's 15 damage plus an extra 10. Great mathematics genius. How much is that?
25.
It's 25. Lovely, fantastic. So you do 25 points of damage to his shields, but his shields are still up. Okay, right, next we've got Spike. Good old Spike and his Sidewinder. Now, Gwen, you have moved up close. Because you've kind of zoomed forwards, you've moved yourself into the up close zone. Okay, so Spike thinks he's going to be quite clever here, and he's going to try and snipe you from a distance. Which is an incredibly foolish thing to do, but Spike isn't a very clever guy. So he's going to open fire on you. What is your defense?
10.
10. Okay, so he opens up first with a small fixed pulse laser. So he's rolled an 11, that's a hit. So he does 15 points of damage to your shields, if you'd like to take that off.
Yeah.
And then his fixed multi-cannon fires. He got exactly 10. That's only 5 points of damage to your shields. So he's hit you, but only with a very glancing bit with his multi-cannons. Didn't do very much damage. He stays there, but he is now effectively immobile. So he's hanging at the back. Okay, 3. Gabriel Baxter.
I wonder whether I shouldn't go after Spike now that he's got no shields whatsoever.
It's quite an easy target.
I'm thinking I should go for him.
You want to go for him. Do you want to do a joust or a snipe?
No, doing a snipe is being as mental as he is.
Yes.
So I think I'm going to try a joust.
Okay, right, you joust forwards.
The old man taking the easy target.
You open fire. Now, when you joust a target that is sniping, you draw it into the up close zone. Because that basically means that you've gone up close to him and he's been drawn into the melee. So would you move lovely Spike into the up close zone and would you open fire? His defense is 0. This means you'll only miss on a 1.
Right.
So, hopefully
That's a definite hit.
Okay, what are you shooting with?
This is a medium fixed beam laser. Now,
Excellent.
this is a damage of 15 plus burst up to a maximum of 20.
Right, so you've definitely got that.
And I do plus 5 damage to shields
Right,
as well.
So that is
So that's 40.
40 points of damage. His shields are straight down and his hull is badly hurt. Okay, so he's beginning to regret his foolishness there. You can see that kind of your beam laser cuts straight through the shields, cuts over the top.
Straight on the
Flame
radio
bursts
to Flyboy Foster and go, yeah, Foster, this is how it's done.
Yeah, it is your go.
I've got another medium and 2 small fixed cannons. before.
No! Okay, would you like to fire them?
Okay, so I've 4, and that's rolled with a to hit, which is 11,
Yep.
and I needed to roll, I guess, more.
0.
Fine.
Yeah.
So that's another 40.
Another 40 points of damage.
35 because his shield's
35
Yes.
because the shields are down.
Yes, absolutely. So, in fact, he's
You
still
know.
just about intact. Okay.
Right. Then I've got
He's on 5. He's not
one of
happy.
my 2 small fixed.
Right.
That's 9.
Yep, bang! Take him off. He is blown to pieces in the opening round. The idiot. Okay, so take Spike away. He just erupts into flames. I should have a nice explosion marker. I'll remember that explosion marker. I need to
Hey.
Right, you're Korean. So, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm assuming maybe in the full rules there's more things about maybe flanking and things like that. Is there? Or-
So there's extra stuff. One nice thing that you'll be able to do, for instance, at distance, you can try and do a strafe. And a strafe is where you zoom towards someone opening fire, then pull away and jet off at the last moment.
Yep.
And that sort of combines a joust with a disengagement. Its disadvantage is that the first time you miss, you stop firing.
Okay.
So with the joust, you'll always fire, even if you've missed with a gun, you've got lots of opportunities because you're just zooming towards someone.
Okay.
With a strafe, as soon as you've missed, they're out of your zone and you have to then rocket off to maintain distance.
Okay.
So that's an example. I mean, there's about 10
Yeah.
different actions. In
One of the
that.
ones which is quite exciting and will be for those who get the full core manual is flight assist off, which is something that you can do in the game
Yep.
itself. And what that does is that switches off all of the self-adjusting thrusters that you take for granted in your ship, and then you are in space having just Newtonian physics applied.
Awesome.
So you go in one direction but point in another, and that will allow someone in the RPG to be able to execute a rather impossible move, most especially if you're a big fat ship and you've got some little bugger behind you that you cannot shake. Well, you just switch flight assist off and spin around, so it's quite a nice little
That is quite cool.
touch.
Okay, but for now it's basically snipe or
Well, it's snipe or joust.
snipe or
Yeah,
joust. Right, I'm going to joust towards Quinn then.
Okay, off towards Quinn. Right, you start zooming forwards. Right, open up on him. Quinn has a defense of 11.
Okay. So I'm firing my small fixed pulse laser.
Lovely, go for it.
And that's a 3 plus 5, so 8.
That's a miss. So you start that one.
Okay.
Fire your next one.
Okay, yeah, I'll fire the same thing again with the second one.
Oh,
That's a 9 plus 5.
excellent. So how much damage have you done there?
So that's 10 plus 5 versus shield, so 15.
Yep, lovely stuff. Okay. Okay, so his shield's been damaged.
And now I'm going with the Seeker missile.
Okay, yep, lovely. So they're very accurate, but
Okay.
as you'll see, they don't do much damage against shields.
No.
Roll to attack. He's still defense 11.
Okay. Oof.
Oh,
That's an 8.
it's the one. No, sorry.
Oh, that's the one, yeah, of course.
Sorry,
And
yeah.
one more. Ooh, which is 12.
12, yep, that's a hit. So how much damage will that do?
It does 10 against shields as
Yes.
opposed to 25 without shields.
That's right. So, yep, its shield's been slightly damaged,
Yeah.
but it's basically all right.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we have a
You have to do
system of ones being automatic misses and
Yes.
10s being automatic
Now,
successes?
One thing, yes. So with there is a little thing with the one. What you can do, you'll see that you've got karma points, and you've got your karma abilities on your spaceships,
yes, yeah.
on your count sheets. Now, when you roll a 1, what you can do is spend a karma point. Everyone can do this to re-roll a 1. Because if there's one thing I've noticed, people hate rolling 1s. If they roll a 2, then it's kind of fair enough. Oh well, it's not with me. When they roll 1, they somehow feel cheated. So I thought what's been quite popular is you can spend a karma point to re-roll your 1. So if you like, because you're eager, would you like to spend a karma point to re-roll 1, or is there another ability that you want to use that you've spotted?
I'm going to save my karma points for now.
Fine.
Yep.
Yep, absolutely. They're not causing you too much harm at the moment. Okay, lovely. In which case, Ed Foster, you are next.
Right. Well, to show off, I'm gonna strafe straight at the big ship.
Right at the big ship. Okay.
Yeah. Not the Ackerman, because I think we're here to defend that one. What's this? Yes, I will fly straight at Zhao.
Okay, lovely. Yep, straight at Zhao. Okay, you do a charge, or a joust, I should say.
Yes.
Right, in which case attack him. His defence is 12.
12?
He's very agile.
And his shields are still up.
His shields are still up, but they have been damaged. Been damaged a bit.
I think. Did you shoot him?
Yes. Yeah, been slightly hurt. So
Cool.
yeah, so-
Okay. So fixed beam lasers to start then.
Lovely. Okay.
6s to hit. There we go.
Nice.
20 damage in total to his shields.
So 20 damage to his shields.
Yep.
They're still intact.
Second one, that'll be 30 damage to the shields.
His shields go down.
Excellent.
And his hull is damaged. His hull is very weak.
We will fire a small fixed cannon.
Okay, go for it.
No. Missed that one.
Do you want to spend a karma point?
Yeah, I do.
You're going to spend a karma. Okay.
Yeah,
Because then I get to taunt game.
Okay, lovely. Cross off 1 karma point because, you know...
6! It
They're
hits.
valuable.
Where do karma points live? Oh,
they
that's
live
it.
up in their own little karma box.
Excellent. Okay. So that hits and does 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Plus 5 against hull.
So he's still up.
And the last shot.
Get this one.
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
I mean, what a shame.
Oh, that would have been very hard. Okay, right, so it's Quinn. Quinn is still alive. So he's thinking, I am going to go and beat up Foster because Foster is swooping in and making a mockery of all of us. He's going to perform a joust on Foster. So he swoops straight in. Move him in. Lovely, thank you. Okay, so first of all, it's his gimbaled pulse laser. What's your defence, Foster?
10.
10. Ah, should be right. That's a hit. That's a 14, so that's 15 points of damage to your shields. The second one attacks. That's a 1. He has missed. Unlike you, he doesn't have any karma points. So he has missed there. And he's up in the up close zone. Lovely. Cool. Right, next it is Zhao. Zhao, now if he wasn't completely...
He's been pulled into the up close, hasn't he?
No,
No, because he
still-
wasn't sniping.
He wasn't sniping, so he's still at distance. Now, if he was a regular, sane kind of guy at this point, he would obviously turn tail and flee. But that is not the way that God made Zhao. And instead, he is going to swoop straight in. He's going to try and go for an easy kill on Foster, because Foster's already taken some damage. So he's going to do a joust on you. So he's got more guns than the rest. So he opens up with his gimbaled multi-cannons. What's your defence?
10.
Okay. That is 14, which is maximum damage. So that's going to be 15 points of damage from the first gun.
Okay.
The second gun, 9, narrowly misses. And the last one, again, another 15 points of damage.
Okay.
Are your shields still up?
Yes.
Oh, swine. Okay. Right, everyone is now engaged in the up-close zone. We're back to number 1, Gwen. Now, in the up-close zone, you don't have the same options. In the playtest, we have 2 options. There is dogfight and disengage. Now, dogfight is where essentially you try to do the Spitfire thing. You try and get behind someone's engine so you can shoot them. They can't shoot you. Dogfight's always a bit risky because the other person might outmaneuver you. If they do that, they get to shoot you instead. If otherwise, what you can do is disengage, so you can jet out and try and have another go next round with a joust.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I'm just wondering if I'm any good at dogfighting.
Well, basically, your defence will give you a clue as to how good you are at dogfighting. So 10 is good. What you might struggle with dogfighting an eagle. Because eagles are basically specially designed for it.
Unless you're willing to spend some karma points.
If you have a special
something
ability.
quite cool, if you've got something.
Yeah, I've got a thing called I Have You Now.
Nice.
+2 to my current dogfighting check. Do I have to decide to spend that first?
No, you can spend it any time,
So-
including after you've made the roll.
So if I
So very
fail it by
generous.
1 or 2, then I can.
You can
Spend the money.
tables.
Yep.
Let's dogfight. Let's dogfight the crazy one.
What's out?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Which way? He's going, taking it to the edge.
Cool.
Okay, roll a d10, add your defense to it. I do the same. 20.
Ooh, 16.
16, there is no chance.
No.
Right, he swoops straight behind you, Walker. Just kind of, just for fun. You don't have to do this, but I like to put the ship behind just to show. So he managed to outmaneuver you, swoop behind, and he opens up. What is your defense?
10.
10. 9, missed. Second shot, 7, missed. Oh, come on. All 3 misses, so, he completely managed to miss his chance. So, so you are still fine. Now, 2, it is Spike. No, it isn't, because Spike is dead. 3, it's Gabriel. Now, Gabriel, you've got the same choices.
Disengage.
You're
I'm going
disengaging.
to come back and have a go because of my defense score. It sucks.
Okay, so to represent
Really
that,
sucks.
we just kind of put Baxter on
I
the
can't
kind of
fly like
the
him.
outer rim there. So at the start of his next turn, if no one manages to intercept him, he'll be in the up close zone. He can do another joust. Okay, next we have Yenya.
Okay. Yenya's going to dogfight with Quinn.
Excellent, good choice. Right, so you try and outmaneuver him. Roll a d10, add your defense to it. Quinn isn't quite as good, but he's not bad.
Ooh, 20.
19.
20.
Okay, yeah, you get behind. I thought of one. Okay, if you just put Yenya behind Quinn, that's it. Yeah, lovely. Right, so you can open up.
Okay.
His defense is 11.
Okay.
He still has his shields, so he's not too bad.
Okay, so going again with the lasers.
Go for it.
Oh, that's a 2. No. Another one. That's 9.
No, that's a miss.
And missiles. Oh, that's better.
Yes.
That's 15.
15. It's a hit,
Okay.
but they
Shields
only
are
do. His shield's
So
still
it's
up.
10 damage.
Yep. You see, the shields are slightly damaged, but they're infuriatingly weak against shields missiles.
Okay.
But if you like, you can fire another one.
I will do.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, it's a 9.
No, okay, so he managed to dodge out the way of that one. Quinn is being as slippery as an eel. Right, next up we've got Ed. What would you like to do, Ed?
I am going to. Decisions. I think I'm going to go for disengage as well.
Disengage as well?
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, right, in which case we'll put you here. Okay, grand stuff. So next up it's Quinn. Now Quinn thinks I can catch that jerk. So he tries to do a dogfight on you, but you're already trying to move out of the area. So he's got to try and pursue you to do it.
Right.
So what I want you to do is roll d10, add your pursuit score, which you should see
Yes.
on your spaceship fanny there.
14.
Right, I'm beginning to regret doing this then because, yes, 11. No, he doesn't manage to catch you. He tries to get you in weapons range, but you are jetting away at full speed. You've got out of distance. You've gone out of range. Next we have Zhao. Zhao is having a similar... Actually, Zhao is really good at dogfighting, so I think it's a waste of his time to attack Baxter. So he's going to try and get Walker, because I seem to remember that Walker is a bit hurt. So I'm trying to try and dogfight you.
Okay.
Okay, so I've rolled 18.
Oh, that's
not so good.
atrocious. It was defence, wasn't it?
It is. It's your defense.
12.
12. No, so he is up behind you as 12 and attacks. So small gimbaled multi-cannon, that is a hit. So 15 points of damage to your shields.
Ooh.
Okay.
How much have you got left?
Less than half.
Okay, 13, that's 3 over, isn't it? So
Yeah.
another 15 points of damage.
Not a lot left.
Come on. Nearly there. Yes! Another 10, the dice gods with me. 15 points of damage, so
Okay.
that is going through to your hull.
So is that 10 off of shields and then 5 on
Off your hull, that's it, yep.
Hull breached!
Little red lights start flashing in your cockpit. I'm gonna get you, copper! says Zal in his reasonable way. 1, Gwen Walker, your go. So, Gwen, you're still in the up close zone. Oh, yes. What would you like to do?
I will try to disengage, because
Right.
this does not seem like a good place to be.
Lovely. Okay, so you start zooming off towards the edge. 2, Spike is dead. So 3, Gabriel Baxter, you have successfully disengaged. You're at distance. What would you like to do?
If we've gone round another round, do we get anything back on shield?
Yes, in the full game. But in the playtest, I haven't really bothered with it.
They're
If you-
standard,
if you-
not rechargeable
If you want to go full advanced, then you can all regain 5 shield
what?
points, except for you, Gwen. Now, one of the reasons why I haven't put shield recharging is slightly complicated. While your shields are still up, it's quite easy to recharge them, and you can regain 5 shield points per turn. If your ship is very well designed, then it can recharge 10, 15 points, sometimes even more. However, if your shields are down, then until they regain at least half their strength, they don't come back on. So you basically regain, best way to describe it is 5 virtual points of shields.
Okay.
So your shields are not yet active, it's just charging in the banks. Once you're up to half your shield value, they'll go vroom and re-engage. Now, in the playtest, because
We don't need them.
we don't need them because it's going to
don't
go.
do it.
of course not.
Ed and I
Of course
have
not.
no
It's
need.
a crutch that you guys don't need.
I look forward to the glorious future where I'd be slightly less on fire.
We all do. We all do. Right.
Right,
Okay. So
I am
what would you like to
going-
do, Baxter?
Yeah, I'm going to joust Zhao. He's
Okay.
been a bit too much of a pain in the arse to.
You come
invite
swooping
a
in.
bit of the Baxter Wrath.
Roll to attack.
Alrighty. He has got shields.
No, and he has 5 hull points left. I probably should have told you that. So he's a little bit weak.
Alrighty, well, he'll get a bit of fixed cannon.
Defense of 12.
Well, that's a critical. That's a 10.
Right, he is blown to pieces. Bang. In fact, isn't that 2 kills, John? Are you kill stealing?
I probably
You
am.
should leave one.
Sorry, guys.
One for the guests, at least. Right, okay, Zhao is blown to pieces. He has no one to blame but himself. Right, for Yenya, it is your go.
Okay.
So,
Yenya was pursuing Quinn, and she's going to continue that.
okay, so you want to do another dogfight, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so Quinn, desperately roll a d10 at your defence. Desperately tries to evade. He does quite well, 20.
Ooh. No, that's 15.
Right, okay, so Quinn completely outfoxes you, pulls behind you, and opens up and attacks. So he fires his gimbaled pulse laser. That's a hit. That's 15 points of damage to your shields. The second one attacks. But that's a miss.
Style rescue.
Okay, well done. Or not, because that then goes
Spike
quite
was rubbish,
so
but Quinn's
well.
quite good.
Yes,
5, Ed Foster. Foster, you have successfully disengaged because no one has
Yes.
caught you. So you are in the outdistance zone.
And I will joust at Quinn.
Lovely. Okay, so open up all your guns on Quinn. Roll to attack.
2 lots of lasers.
Oh,
That's
nice.
2 13s.
Excellent. So that is 2 over in each case.
Increasing the. Has he got shields up?
Quinn does have his shields up,
He
yes.
does, okay. Well, one at a time, because I'm
Yeah.
sure the first one will probably take them down.
Yeah.
Would be 30.
30, yep, so his shields are down, and that's through to his hull.
And the second one would then be 25.
Ouch. You carve a great gouge in the side of the Sidewinder.
Beam lasers are nice.
Yes.
It's kind of spitting sparks out the back.
Is he still going?
He's still going.
Right, then we'll fire a couple of small fixed cannons at him as well.
Very.
Anything?
What is his? I got
11.
2 10s.
Oh! Okay, no.
And
he's still
can
up.
you be persuaded at all to spend any of that, or is there nothing there?
I'm guessing that is personal.
yeah,
Not ship.
crack shots personal.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I
No.
don't have any karma
Well,
points to
okay.
Don't
spend,
have a karma
unfortunately.
capability.
No.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so next up, that was obviously the irrepressible Ed Walker. It's Quinn. Right, Quinn is... He must... Now, he's going to play it sensibly because I've let you guys get away with murder
Twice.
twice. No, actually, no. What would be even more important is to stop Walker from escaping. So Quinn is going to try and dogfight Walker, which means I must first make a successful pursuit check against you. So Walker... Make a roll d10 at your pursuit. 14.
Right, 12.
Yes. You got snake eyes. Well
It's
done.
not a dogfight check,
Okay,
is it?
no, but what you
No.
could do, if you like, is spend a karma point to re-roll that one because you roll a 1. So,
Yeah, let's do that because I don't want to explode.
No, I understand. It's too early.
I'm
in the
funny
game
like
for-
that.
Yeah.
A 14.
14. I got 14. Now that means that you're maintaining distance, so he hasn't managed to catch you. So yeah, you can just leave it at that. He doesn't manage to catch you up. So that's the end of that. There is no Zal. So Gwen, it's your go. You have disengaged. You are at distance.
There you go.
Would you like to flip around and joust Quinn, or are you going to snipe, or what's your plan?
I don't really want to go back in there.
Sniping might be all right.
Yeah,
Because in fact,
because there's lots of other people there.
there's
isn't
lots
there?
of things to distract you. If he wants to get you, he's going to have to disengage.
And there is no
And-
way he's going to do that with 3 of us on his.
No.
That's going to be pretty hardcore. So you want to do a snipe? Now that's fine. You have a +1 bonus to hit with all of your attacks. His defense is 11.
Right, so let's
stop
do
motion
the
thing, the little thing
two. Let's just start with the cannons because he's been
Fine.
shot quite a bit.
He has, yeah, probably a good choice.
So this will be +7, not +6.
Right.
111.
11. So yep, that is exactly on target.
15
Yep.
+5 to damage the hull.
20. Yep. He's down. Bang. Right. Quinn is blown to pieces.
Nice.
You do a little victory roll, and you can hear Commander Ackerman in his bright yellow adder say through the comms and go, "Thank you, because thank you, detectives, because if assuming you are detectives, of course, that's metagame knowledge that I'm not party to.
We did
Thank you, officers."
we did
he says.
announce.
We announced, and I'm
Fair
and I
enough.
don't just give my rank as a policeman because I'm not. I'm a detective. So-
Absolutely. Okay, right, so Commander Ackerman is extremely glad. He said, I should have the ship repowered within about 15 minutes or so. The scope looks clear now. Goes, thank you for your assistance. I don't know what those guys were about. They came swooping in and they demanded to know where the Aurora was. I have no idea what on earth they were talking about. I don't know what the Aurora is. Is that a space station? Is it a ship? Is it a planet? Because they weren't really interested in talking. They were convinced I knew and they started opening up. There was something wrong with those guys. Because they weren't even interested in my cargo.
No idea.
They asked about a ship, didn't they?
They did. No idea, Ackerman. Sorry, but as soon as you're powered up,
That's
I'd
great.
get going.
Thanks very much. It shouldn't be long now. Do you want to just guard Ackerman while he fixes
Yeah.
his drive? Okay. Well, it doesn't take long
in case.
I mean,
for
do
his
we
power
want
plant
to
to
ask him
be
anything?
basically repaired.
No,
I don't think he knows anything.
no, I don't think so.
Okay, fairly soon, Ackerman is on his way. He once again sends his thanks and he jets off into Super Cruise over towards Beagle 2 Landing, which is the space station where you are all based, for more detailed repairs. Okay, so you guys are free to continue your voyage if you like.